up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Let us start off by saying the views that are expressed on the Dope Living That's what I'm going to do, but I'm going to start over. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Today, man, look, it's day 6. All right, so it's bittersweet. Number one, the sweet part is that we get a little bit more knowledge and we catch up on the knowledge that we missed in reference to being financially fit, getting our finances right. But the bitter part about it is it's the last day. It's day number 6. So we don't want to waste any time.
What's up, man?
I said wasting no time, man. It's day 6.
Day 6 of the financially fit.
Yeah, I think, we've been well-rounded. We didn't just work out with one arm. You know what I'm saying? So we got the Popeye on this arm and we got the olive oil on the other arm. We got Popeyes on both of them, okay? So we did it evenly. The ladies, Martha Washington, Atreeia Peterson, man, they have been very, very knowledgeable. They've given us a lot to go on. And today they're going to sum it up, okay? It's the last day. So without further ado, everybody need you guys to welcome Miss Martha Washington. What's up, Martha?
Hey.
Hey, Martha.
Going?
Everything's good. So it's the last day number 6.
It is. Wrapping it up today.
And I know you got a lot to talk about.
We sure do.
Let's get it. When Atreeia comes, we'll put her on. We'll pop her on.
All right. Okay, well, thank you so much for hanging in there with us, fam. I mean, you guys have hung in for the long haul. So today we're going to wrap it up. We've learned a lot. We've done a lot. But again, I can't stand it when people tell me what I need to do, but they don't show me how I need to be doing it. So I'm going to go fast because I got a lot to cover. And I want to make sure that today you leave with value. I want you to leave knowing exactly what to do, exactly how to do it. And hopefully you guys will be able to share it with other people as well, because wealth of knowledge is to be shared with other people. So, all right, so let's go. Get on my page here. All right. So again, our handy dandy disclaimer, you guys know I don't represent you. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Consult with your own peoples, basically. But what can we do for you guys today before we leave you? What is one problem that I can help you solve that almost everybody has? Well, the average American debt per U.S. adult right now is $66,772.
Wow.
77% of households have at least some kind of debt, even if they don't have credit card debt. A lot of people think, I don't have debt. I only have a mortgage. Well, the mortgage is still debt. So 77% of households have at least some kind of debt. As of Q3 2024, Q4 numbers aren't out yet. We were at almost $18 trillion in debt as a country. And remember compound interest, how things double? In 2019, we were at 2.75 trillion. And look at how in such a short span of time, we've gotten to almost 18. All right.
Yeah.
So can I help you guys get out of debt? I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it today. I know we talked about this on day 2, but I went through it so fast. I really want to teach you guys how to do it today. So one of the things that we can do a workshop where we literally sit together and I show you slowly. You bring in your real accounts and your real bank statements, and we do it, and you walk out of there with your plan. You can hire us to do that. I'm more than happy to do that. I do workshops all the time. I love them. I love the interaction. I love even doing them live is so much fun. So, but today I'm going to show you how to break the debt cycle. And we did talk about this before. So if you missed this, you want to go back and watch it. But it's a basic formula. You want to find the money so you can track it. Once you're tracking it, then you can control it. You tell it what to do, not it tells you what to do. And then you can accelerate it. And then once you do it once, you can do it again and again and again. And I'm going to show you guys what's possible by sharing a case study with you. This is a real case, a real couple that I helped. David and Kristen, they were in their mid-30s, married with no kids at the time. Combined income of $150,000, which is a pretty significant income. She's a teacher. He owned a painting company. But when he married her debt. So they had $20,000 of credit card debt, her student loans, and then they had 3 car loans. Each of them had a vehicle, and then he had a work van. So they had 3 loans plus the mortgage. And after we sat together, we found out that they were letting $2,000 fall through the cracks. And you're like, $2,000? Yep, I'm going to show you exactly how they were letting that happen. Okay. So what did we offer them? We offered them an expense tracker so they could start tracking their expenses. And then rather than a budget, because budgets are like diets. I mean, I don't know how many of you are still on your New Year's, commitments. I'm going to lose weight this year. Usually the 3rd weekend is when people just fell all the way off the wagon, right? But why is that? Because budgets are like diets. Diets don't feel good. I'm not one to eat sweets, but the second I say I'm going on a diet, I crave donuts and cheesecake and everything else. So it's psychological. So rather than budgeting, I teach people how to create a spending planner. So why? Because we can plan ahead for things. We can plan ahead for short term, long term. We can plan ahead for paying off debt. And then I can also give you a personalized plan that gives you your exact debt-free date. And then I want you to remember these dates. If you have something to write with, write this down: 12 months, 31, and 78, because those are going to be significant in a second. All right. So now I'm going to switch to an Excel spreadsheet, which again, I'm more than happy to share this stuff with you guys. But I'm going to go painfully, methodically slow because I really want you to get this, okay? So this is what I want you to start with. I want you to take a snapshot of this, create this, but you need to have the names of all your creditors, the balance that you have with each one, what's your interest rate, and then what your minimum payment is. And then what does real payment mean? Real payment is the amount of money that you're sending them above and beyond the minimum. Okay, so this is what I want you to see. This is what we did for David and Kristen. These were their real debts. These were their balances, total of $361,000, and then these were the minimum payments. Just in minimum payments, they were doing almost $4,000 a month. But she was overpaying every single month. So instead of sending $88 to Visa, she was sending $150. And then instead of sending $144 to Best Buy, she was sending $300. So on and so forth. So she was actually sending over payments of $2,000. So that's where I meant by it's falling through the cracks. Why? Because she'd been paying on this debt for years and years and years, and it just wasn't going anywhere.
I'm sorry, Sissy, I don't mean to interrupt, but what slide should we be on? I'm looking at what did we offer them?
Oh, okay. Then I need to maybe stop sharing. Thank you for telling me that, because I'm moving around.
I know you were looking at numbers and we're not seeing those numbers.
And see, I can't tell you because I don't know what's going to pop up anyway. And by the way, everybody say hello to Atreeia.
Hello.
She's the other half there. Okay, she's been doing a great job as far as explanations and and teaching as well. So thank you for coming back.
Thank you, Greg. Happy to be here.
So hopefully, there we go. All right.
There we go.
So this I can share with you, or you can take a screenshot. So these were their real debts. Okay. These were their real balances, total of $361,000. And then minimum payments were almost $4,000 a month. This is what she was sending to each one. Instead of 88, she was sending 150. Instead of 144, she was sending 300, to the point where she was overpaying almost $2,000 a month.
Is that a bad thing?
It is a bad thing because it doesn't move anything. So again, I'll give you the illustration of if there was a car stuck in the middle of the road and we each want to move the car one at a time, each of us want to push it one at a time, we're not going to move it very far. But if we can all get behind the car at the same time and we push it together, now we're going to create momentum and leverage, and now we're going to be able to move that car, right? So when we found that $2,000 and I showed them this, how to do this, they're like, well, why don't we do this? Why don't we take $500 and go ahead and keep it for us to go spend and have fun? Because right now we're not going out to eat. We're not doing any fun stuff. So if you can show us how to get out of debt using just $1,400 of our $2,000, let's see what you got. So I call that number the magic number. Okay. So we took $1,400, and instead of spreading it over all of them, what we're going to do is we're going to add it to just one debt at a time. So you're going to pay the minimum to all your debts, still pay your minimums, but not one penny over. And you're going to take the entire magic number and you're going to add it to your very first debt. I like to start with the lowest balance. You could also do the highest interest, whatever makes you feel good, whatever's going to move that needle quicker. But when you can get that quick win and pay off that first debt right away, you see it works, you get excited, you're going to keep it going. So month one, we're going to take the 88 minimum that we were already sending to Visa, plus the magic number, for a total of $1,488. Everybody else just gets the minimum. Okay. Now notice that out of their pocket, they're still just the $53.57. So it's not any more than they're already spending. Plus they got an extra $500 to have fun with. So that's month one. Now what happens is, after you do that, you're going to have a balance left on Visa of $800. Okay, so that carries over to month two. Now in month two, we only have a balance of $800, but our magic number is $1,400. So we have more than we need. We're going to go ahead and send the 88 plus 712 of the magic number for a total of $800, which is our balance. So what happens is now we've got $688 left over that we can now use to tackle Best Buy. So we're going to take that $688, we're going to give it to Best Buy for a total payment to Best Buy that month of $832. Okay, that's going to give us a balance from $3,600. It's going to drop down to $27, and then we're going to do that again month three. Going to take that whole magic number, we're going to add it to the 144 for Best Buy, but then remember what happened? We freed up $88 that we used to send Visa. So we take the $1,400 plus the 88. We're not going to just have, extra $88. No, let's keep using it towards this and add it towards the next debt. So now our magic number is not $1,400 anymore. Now it's $1,488. And we're going to use that whole $1,488 and add it to the minimum that we were sending Best Buy for a total of $1,632. So now, month three, we've got a balance left on Best Buy of just $1,136. So in month four, look what happens. Now we're able to pay off Best Buy and still have $496 left over. And you guys are getting the gist, right?
Nice.
We use it now to slap it on Discover. So we got another one paid, and now our magic number is the $1,400 plus the 88. Now we're going to add that to Discover. And now we're going to go ahead and continue to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Come on.
And our balance is $2,400. We do that in month five. Our balance is now $640. And then in month six, now we've gone ahead and paid off 3 credit cards that she wasn't able to move those in like 8 years. And in just 6 months, she was able to pay off 3 big credit cards. And now her magic number, right, jumps up. And she's able to go ahead and tackle the MasterCard. Okay, does that all make sense?
Yeah, she should have divorced him because now that she should have divorced her husband. I mean, wow. Jeez.
Their total never changed. The same 5357 is still coming out of their pocket. It's just being used way more efficiently. Okay. So before you know it, you're paying stuff off. Now let me show you the other spreadsheet. So you could see this is the snowball. There's all the debt. There's the same 3957. Oh, it's not showing again. So let me stop sharing and then reshare.
You better quit playing with us.
Listen, I'm just making sure you're paying attention. That's what that's all about.
Right. Always paying attention.
Okay.
Always.
So now, in this spreadsheet, drum roll, please. Okay, you see the same 3957. This is just a different spreadsheet. I showed you the other way so we could take it step by step by step. But it's the same 5357 coming out of their pocket, the same 3957 in minimums, and there's the magic number, right? Mm-hmm. So now look what happens. Remember I told you to write down 12, 31, and 78? Here's why. In 12 months, we had all the credit cards paid off. Yeah. Visa, Amazon, Chase, MasterCard, and Discover in 12 months. And then in 31 months, we paid off his car, her car, and the work van. Only thing left at that point was the student loans and the mortgage. And then the mortgage, we were able to pay that off in just 78 months.
Go ahead.
8 months. And here it is. Okay, there's a magic number going in. This is a little bit more complicated. That's why I showed you the other way first. 1488 going to Visa month 1, and then minimums to everybody else, right? And then month 2. Now we add the magic number to Amazon, then we add it to Chase, then we add it to MasterCard, then we add it to Discover, like that. And here we are, 78 months, July of 2031, they would be completely debt-free. And this is if they started this month, 1/1/2025. That would be their payoff date. Not a hypothetical.
So on 1/1/25, if they had started then, you're telling me that in 78 months,
July 2031, completely debt-free.
Wow, y'all hear that? Completely debt-free.
Completely debt-free.
Who doesn't want that?
Exactly, and here's the thing. You don't need $1,400, Greg. What if you could do it with just $100? What would happen?
Hey, get out of here.
Listen, $100 magic number. Yes, you're going to pay more interest, almost $20,000 more in interest, but you still get out of debt in 108 months. Look, January 2034, you are completely debt free. What's 108 months divided by 12 is 9 years. I told you 9 years or less. There it is, right there. That's the math. And what if you're like, well, I can't even do 100, Martha. I just can't. I could only do $50. Can it still work? Look at.
Well, nah, don't give them that.
2034, 110 months. It still works. What if I could only do $20? It still works.
Greg.
What if I could only do $10? Oop.
Stop it.
$10. $10.
No.
You're out of debt in 112 months.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
Months is only 9.3 years. It's just math. It's not. It's just math. There's no smoke and mirrors. There's no crazy stuff. It's literally just the way the maths. You're going to tell me, whoever you are, that you can't come up with just even $10. If all you're doing right now is paying your minimums, that's all I can do. I'm just paying the minimums, just staying barely above water, but I'm drowning in debt. If all you did was just figure out a way, go, I don't know, do something, wash a car, babysit, walk a
Stealing
dog.
out your mama's purse.
Do something, but you can get $10. And with just an extra $10 that you added to the minimum of one of those cards, and then you took that minimum plus the 10 and added it to the next card, you could literally be debt free in 9 years. Still under 10. Still under 10.
So when you deviate that, say they started off with their cheap ass at $10, okay? Can, like, once it gets started, Rachel says, shaking my head, Greg. Look, I'm just being real.
Rachel.
Once they get started, can they accept? Because I don't want to see nobody do $10 for 9 years.
I don't either, but I want to just dispel the myth that this only works if you have a lot. I ain't got it like that. That ain't for people like me. Yes, it is. It's for everybody.
But will it skew the plan?
I'm showing you how to do it.
Will it skew the plan if they okay, they got a regimented plan that's at $10 forever, and will it skew the plan when they say, okay, well, you know what, I think I can go up to $100 or $50? They'll have to restructure that.
We can accelerate it. Remember, that's why it's access and acceleration. First, you got to have access to it. Then you can accelerate it. But once you see this works, it gets exciting. And then you want to do it. Now, here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to pay off stuff and then go charge up the card again and then get yourself deeper in the hole. This is teaching you how to break the debt cycle, not perpetuate it. Okay? And life is going to life us, right? Eventually, we're going to need a new car, or we're going to need some new furniture, or maybe something's going to happen, you know, whatever. So you just go into your spreadsheet, you plug in the new thing, the new balance, the new rate, the new minimum, and it's going to just recalculate the numbers for you, and it's going to tell you what order to pay it in so that you can have the most efficient plan. Okay. But listen, the reason I showed you that it can work with just a little bit of money is because we're not just talking about debt. Remember a miraculous, almost just as magical 7702 hybrid plan, the Index Universal Life Plan. Now, if you could free up some dollars and still be out of debt 9 years, even if you're just taking a little bit and putting it towards your debt, instead of giving $1,000 to the creditors or $1,400 to the creditors, what if you could switch gears and pay yourself and start your plan? What would that do for you? You guys want to see that?
Yeah. Hey, Rachel says, where do you get the spreadsheet?
If I'll have my contact info and Atreeia's at the end, and if you contact us, we'll talk. I can give that to you. Okay, let me make sure I'm sharing the right thing. Give me 1 second. Okay.
Again, everyone, we're talking with Martha Washington, Atreeia Peterson. They are getting us not physically fit, but financially fit. All right, and it's working, guys. I'm telling you. For some people, like whoever that is doing the $10 or whatever. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway.
All right. So look, this is an illustration. These are the numbers, the proposal, the prospectus, whatever fancy word you want to use, where we show people what we can do with their money. So David came over here, 36 years old. He's a non-smoker. For $1,000 a month, if he's like, let me pay me, forget about paying the creditors. I'll go ahead and give them $100 or $200 a month. Let me take $1,000 and pay it to myself. Now, what he could do is he can safeguard his family and his legacy, because for that $1,000, he can get $500,000 in death benefit. Remember, that's tax-free. Something happens to him, passes away, no matter what the reason is, no matter if it happens within 24 hours of him getting the policy, his family's going to get $500,000 tax-free. But if something happens to him and he got sick or injured and he needed money to sustain his household, look at this, monthly chronic illness benefit, $16,000 a month he could get.
Well, damn.
Okay, and what would trigger that? If he needed substantial assistance to perform just 2 out of the 6 daily living activities, which are bathing, continence, getting dressed, eating, toileting, or transferring. Transferring is getting out of a chair or bed by yourself, or maybe a severe cognitive impairment. Just 2 out of 6, doesn't have to be all of them. happened and it was going to be longer than 90 days, then all of a sudden our boy could go ahead and get $16,000 a month to sustain his household until he recovered. Tax free. Okay?
Tax free?
Tax
free.
The death benefit, tax free.
Yeah,
so now, let's say none of that happens and he lives a long, healthy life. By the way, his insurance, the $500,000, doesn't cost $1,000 a month. His minimum is only $361. But if he's putting $1,000 into the policy, then 1,000 minus 361, the difference goes to cash, to that cash accumulation, where it compounds, where it grows, where it's protected from creditors and bankruptcy, and divorce, and FAFSA, and all the things. And it's tax-free growth, right? So he's putting 1,000, but it doesn't cost him 1,000. He's saving it for his own self, okay? So if we look at a very conservative rate of return of 6.88, so we're not doing pie in the sky, 20% growth and blah, blah. No, just very conservative, 6.88. Look what happens here. Here he is starting at 37. 1,000 a month is of course 12,000 a year. After 10 years, he's all in at 120, but his policy value is 119,847. So he's got all his money back. Okay. Plus the death benefit grows as the cash grows, because if something happens to him, his family gets the $500,000 plus whatever cash he did not get to spend. They get both. And then look over here is the benefit for chronic illness that keeps growing as well. Mm-hmm. Okay. 20 years later, he's all in for 240. His account's got 355. And again, this is at a conservative 6.8%. It could do way better than that, but I'm only going to show you 6.8. 30 years later, he's getting close to retirement. He's all in for 360. His account has got 835, tax free. At any point, if he needs money for anything, Martha, I want to start a business. Hey, I want to go on vacation. Hey, I need new furniture or a new car. Whatever. My kids are going to college. I want to pay for it. This cash is literal cash, just like in the bank. You can withdraw it whenever you want. No questions asked, no penalties, no restrictions, no taxes. Or you can borrow and use this as leverage. Instead of using your own money, you can borrow against the death benefit, use that as collateral. So now if you took, say right here, he's 56 years old, he's got 355. He's like, let me get 100,000 so I could open a business. Okay, cool. We live his 355 in the account, uninterrupted growth. And we take it from here instead. So now if something were to happen to him, his family gets 755 instead of 855. But if nothing happens to him, which is probably more than likely, his 355 continues to grow uninterrupted while he's got that 100,000 out there doing whatever he's doing with it. Okay, so it gives you leverage. Now, let's say he funds this until full retirement age, which right now is 67, and then says, okay, no more money. I'm retired. I don't put no more money into this. I'm done. See all these zeros? No premium going in. At 67, he would have put in 372, and he's got $900,000 tax free at that age. And then look what happens. It continues to grow and compound interest. Even though he's not adding any more dollars to it, zero money going in, look at the money continuing to compound.
Boy.
He makes 80 like my mom, he would have 2 million tax free. If he makes 90 like my daddy, he's got 4 million tax free. And this thing doesn't expire. It goes all the way to 125. So if medical advances continue and science improves and he lives to be 125 years old, he would have $47 million tax free.
So are you telling me
come on, Grandpa,
125-year-old prune is gonna have $47 million?
Come on, Poppy.
Generational wealth.
That's right.
A prune. He's just sitting up there. That's a leather bag. He's just sitting
balling
up there with 40.
At any point, if he says, I'm out for whatever reason, I want to cancel this, I don't care, whatever.
He can take that?
He can take that money. It's his money. And it's tax-free. And it's no questions asked.
Penalty-free.
Penalty-free. This is unlike anything I have ever researched, done. And again, I'm not saying don't invest in the stock market. I'm not saying don't do a 401k. I am not here to tell you what to do. I am here to tell you you have options.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of them.
That's right.
This is how the rich get richer.
That's
Every time Kennedy dies, their family comes up multiple millions of dollars. There's a whole thing I could teach you about the Rockefeller waterfall, where they use life insurance to create waterfalls of money for their heirs through trusts and all these other things. It is insane what you could do. But this vehicle gives you access to uninterrupted growth, access to your capital, protection of so many things, no taxation. It grows tax deferred, so you're not paying taxes as it grows like you do in a stock or a mutual fund. And you're paying no taxes when you take it out later like you do in an IRA or a 401k. So seriously, what more could you possibly want?
I can't answer that question. But I'd be damned if I leave $47 million on the table.
So when we're talking about ourselves, we need larger amounts of money to get the same result, but our babies could do so much with a little. Mm-hmm. We can't account. Why? Because they've got more years to compound it. They've got more cycles of compound interest in their favor than we could ever. So for those of us that have children, grandchildren, start putting money away for them in these plans. You're locking in their age and their health at whatever age they are when they get approved. That's locked in. Yeah. Imagine how healthy a child is, and their age and health is locked in for life. So later on in life, if they get diagnosed with something later, they don't get canceled. Their premiums don't change. They're locked in. Yeah. So the younger and healthier you are, the cheaper this thing is, which means the more money that you can save, the more money goes in your cash bucket.
Okay. Makes sense.
Okay. Any questions?
You don't want my questions. My questions don't make sense, but no questions.
All right. Okay, so let me go ahead and share again so we can get, I canceled it. Got me all nervous. Why you guys got me nervous?
You're not nervous. You're in day 6 of financially fit. You're in day 6. Okay, see, that's probably what it is. You're probably sad to go. That's what
I am, actually. I am sad to go. It's actually not a lie. All right, so if you missed any of the days, go back and watch all of them. But if you want to learn how to do this, go back and watch day 2, Access and Accelerate. It's going to show you exactly how to do this, how to take your bank statements, how to find the lost money in your account, because everybody overpays stuff. I guarantee it. Even if it's one silly app that you downloaded and you forgot and you find those $10, I guarantee you're going to have stuff in there. Okay, so go back and watch that. And remember the difference between who you owe and who you pay.
Yes.
Okay, a creditor is who you owe. That's going to end at some point. It's got a balance and an interest rate and a minimum payment. Who you pay is like your forever and always stuff, right? Like groceries and utility bills and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So now I'm going to pass it over to Atreeia, and she's going to talk to you about the FinFit Life movement and what our objective is. Go ahead, Atreeia, take it away.
Go ahead, Atreeia.
Go ahead, Atreeia. Well, I'm excited because we just heard everything that you could possibly hear about the spending planner, which allows us to free up tons and tons and tons of money. So what that means is you can invest in yourself. And as far as investing in yourself, the IUL breakdown, that's you being your own bank. That's you in a nutshell, being your own bank, providing yourself with tons of money that you can not only utilize as living benefits, but you can also have that and save it and protect it so that it can be created as generational wealth. That's huge. That's huge, huge, huge. So with that, I'd like to also speak to not only the financial benefits of what we do and how we position you properly, but also the physical component. The physical breakdown is basically, and Sissy, do you want to share the slide of the breakdown?
Yes. I mean,
so yes, the financial piece, but also the physical. Yes. So just the breakdown of the live healthy and get rewarded.
So I'll just keep going and then you can see what's the next slide.
So financially, of course, you all heard the breakdown, but not only that, there's another awesome piece that sets us aside from so many other carriers, not just living benefits, but also you have the physical. Physical meaning going to the doctor, live healthy, get rewarded. I'm looking at accumulate vitality points. What does that mean? That means starting out with anything, you start out with bronze. Bronze is, of course, starting with 0. Did you want me to go over everything, Sissy, or just the breakdown of?
Here. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so America's dilemmas. Let me get there. I was thinking it was just the financial piece that you wanted me to break down. So the chronic diseases in health. Wait 1 second.
It's
well, they're schooling us, aren't they?
You have, so you got to go by what you see on the screen, Tree.
Yeah, but I have it's not going to work that way for me, Sissy, because I don't have my notes, babe.
Oh, this is live TV, so whatever mistakes they're making, they're making it for real.
It is very for real, very much so.
They're making it for real. They're making it for real.
Hey, the team.
You know what? I didn't know I was transposed. I must change that. Bam.
Transposed.
Everything was backward. It was different. So it went from the back to the front instead of the front to the back.
Oh, gotcha.
Left to the right. Left to the right. Now I can say that's real.
Are you on our core values?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Chronic diseases of health. So basically, the reason that we talk about financial fitness with physical fitness is because we are very, very, very unhealthy as a country. There are 4 chronic diseases of health that I'm sure everybody on this call has experienced or is experiencing right now. Some of you might have had yourselves or a family member has had cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. I know personally in my family, we experienced all of those. So, why is that important? Because 60% of deaths in America are caused by just those 4 chronic diseases. Imagine 2/3 of people die because of these chronic diseases, and a lot of them are preventable. And so if we can incentivize people to get healthier for the sake of their health, yes, but also incentivize them by giving them rewards, then we're going to help people get healthier. I know personally, I park further now. I take the stairs. I will walk in place watching TV to make sure I hit my steps. Why? Because I want to make sure I get my rewards, and inevitably I'm getting healthier. So when I started doing this 2 years ago, I lost 20 pounds. Just
go, girl.
Yes.
You go, girl.
Rewards, and I messed around and lost 20 pounds, right? So now Atreeia is going to talk about your physical fitness and how we reward people for physical fitness.
You just insisting on me getting it. I'm getting it. You know what? It's because my slides, I wish I had my slides where I could share. Hold on.
Take your time. Rachel said do that as well. 10K steps daily. Y'all go ahead on.
So most people view fitness as this: in the gym, lifting, doing all kinds of stuff, cardio, you name it. But what we do is we view fitness as this: taking walks with your fur baby, going on nice long walks with your loved ones, all that good stuff that you naturally automatically do, but you're not getting rewarded to do those things. So it doesn't require all that healthy living. What we do is we encourage our people, our clients, to just get up and walk, get up and move, get those muscles going and all that good stuff so that you can reap the benefits of living a healthy life. So living healthy and getting rewarded, starting with the very first, of course, with anything that you start off with, you start with zero. One thing I absolutely love about our movement is we encourage you to do things that other carriers don't really do. And I speak to that from experience because we all have, worked with other carriers. As far as we're concerned, you start with accumulate vitality points, and that is with silver. You accumulate 3,500 points, and those are things that everyone is automatically doing that they're just not getting rewarded for, right? You're automatically going to the doctor once a year for a checkup. You're having your BMI, your blood pressure, and your cholesterol taken, and just going to the dentist once a year. Those things that we all naturally do, you're accumulating 3,500 points, which translates into helping you with your premium and reducing your premium cost. Advancing and moving up to gold, that's 7,000 points. That's easily accumulated. That's simply adding 2 30-minute workouts a week or 2 days that you simply walk 10,000 steps. Going back to Sissy's example, parking further than normal and just kind of getting those steps in, doing what you need to do. Easy, without even question, you can accumulate that 7,000 points, which gets you to gold. Again, that translates into reducing your premium cost, which is something that is sets us aside from so many other carriers. Moving on to getting those vitality rewards, as you can see, you can advance to platinum, which is 10,000 points. And that's adding basically working out 4 times a week. So these are all things that we naturally do without question, but no one's rewarding you to do those things. No one's encouraging for you to do those things, but we do. And not only do we encourage you to do those things because it helps you with your physical fitness and your health, but it also translates into dollars, and it helps you as far as reducing your premium cost, which is incredible. Incredible.
Yeah, so at silver, you get 5% off your premium. That's what the 5, the 10, and the 15. With gold, you get 10% off your premium. With platinum, you get 15% off your premium. And then we also have a diabetics program that if you hit platinum as a diabetic, you get 25% off your premiums.
Which is huge.
Which is more cash in your accumulation, right? Yeah. But what about those rewards, Atreeia? Tell me about the rewards.
The rewards are incredible. Oh my goodness. So there's a lot on this screen, starting with 2015, as you can all see, going down to 2022. Not going to break down every single thing that you see on your slide, but a couple of things that a lot of people really gravitate to is the Apple Watch. Everyone loves the Apple Watch. And then we go on down here, you have the Healthy Minds, where you can get a lot of discounts when you go to the grocery store. We just really, really go above and beyond in encouraging you to live a healthy life. Definitely. And then moving on down here, you see the Fitbit. That's another huge item that a lot of people gravitate to. The one thing that I like to point out on this screen is the gallery test. This is huge, 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 huge. And the reason why is because it's something that a lot of other carriers they don't have. Basically, it's a multi-cancer early detection test. So I'm not one to get into a whole lot of stories, but I have to share this one with you. Someone very, very, very special to me, my sissy, actually. My sissy went to the doctor, and there were some not so great things, some questionable things that were found, some abnormalities, if you will. And she basically had to go back to the doctor and figure out whether or not it was serious, if it was life-threatening, whatever the case may have been. Instead of her having to go back to the doctor and wait for that long, excruciating period of time, whether it had been a couple of months or what have you, she didn't have to do that. Because she's not only a part of the business, she is a client as well. She was able to take advantage of the multi-cancer early detection test. By having the access to such a test, she was able to take it at home, in the comforts of her home, and rule out having anything that was cancer related, which was a breath of fresh air and put us all at ease.
Absolutely.
But because of her, the reason I'm pointing that out is because had she not had access to this Gallery test, that would have been excruciating, just difficult for us to kind of sit back and wait to figure out if this is something that she had or not. We didn't have to worry about that. So this is yet another example of how this company is so invested into our clients and their well-being and living a healthy life.
Initially signed up because, hey, Apple Watch is $25, and if you hit platinum every month, they pay for your fee, so it ends up being free. It's free. The healthy savings, you get $50 every month to buy healthy food. Who's going to do that? Who's going to give you that?
Right.
She said free.
Lean meats, $50 a month. So that's why I started. And then the Expedia, you get 50% off your hotels for 3 trips a year, up to $1,500. So I did it for that, never knowing that I would use the Gallery test. It's just a little blood test. They check for over 50 types of cancer. So not just your traditional ones that they check for at the doctor. They're checking for the ones that don't normally come up until they're stage 3 or 4. So they're telling me I've got questionable cells in my cervix, and come back next year and we'll keep another eye on it. And I'm like, why am I going to wait a whole year to be told that I have a problem when I could find out now and have the peace of mind now?
Right.
So with the Gallery test, peace of mind is priceless. And it really is saving lives. They're catching cancers that, again, are normally not detected until very, very late. They're catching at stage at the DNA level, sometimes even before they hit stage 1. So it's incredible, life-saving stuff. Big, 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 big deal. So to close up here, we got to confront stuff, guys. You got to confront where you're at. If you're not happy about where you're at, then you're not going to be able to change it until you confront it. And as we're spending and as we're getting into things, let's decide, is this something that I must have, or is it something that I just want? Is it an absolute, right? Is it going to make me or break me to spend this money? Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does, but I always say, dig the 1, 5, and 10-year test. What would happen if your life was exactly the same as it is right now financially 1 year from now?
I'm not good with that.
Good or bad?
I'm not good with that. No, it's bad.
What about 5 years from now? What about 10 years from now? If your savings account was still the same, if your retirement account was still the same, if your debt was still the same, how would that make you feel? And if it doesn't make you feel good, then it's time to do something about it. And it's time to say, you know what, let me get control of stuff. And finally, once and for all, do something about it.
Right.
So what are your choices now? What are your next steps? You have to decide what's right for you. Maybe you want to contact us and talk about potentially being a client. You know what? I love the 7702 hybrid. I like the tax strategies. I like the uninterrupted growth. I want to at least explore the option, and we'll see what happens. Maybe you're like, hey, I want to help people the way you help people. I know a lot of people that would benefit from this. You could become a referral partner. Or you could just come do this part-time as a little side hustle. Make yourself a couple $1,000s a month just referring. Or if you're like, you know what, I love this, I want to do what you do, you can come join us, be with us. I'll teach you. You can open up your own business and you can make multiple 6 figures doing this. It's a great living. You get to hang out with us. So what could be better than that?
So yes.
Right.
And not only that, but Rachel's asking, she asked several times, yes, Rachel, reach out to us. Yes.
So here's how you connect with us. There's Atreeia's number. There's my number. If you want to get on my calendar, you can scan the little QR code and that gives you my calendar, my virtual business card. So I'll leave that up. But that's how you get a hold of us. And I will tell you something, just being completely transparent with you. We've been on here now for 6 weeks, and if you count the original introduction, 7. 7 weeks of hanging out with you guys, showing you all this value, teaching you all these great tools, doing all of this stuff. I hope that you could see how much love and passion and care goes into preparing this content for you and giving you all these tools. But you know what's been really disheartening is we haven't had one person, not one person reach out and connect. Not one.
I'm kind
I can't even wrap my mind around that. There ain't nobody out there that needs help.
And not only that, protection on any level. When it comes to the Assure for Life we were talking about, protection, period. And the fact that it's so incredibly affordable. The fact that no one has reached out for either one is just, it's
mind-boggling.
I don't know what to say.
Let's call it what it is. It's sad, especially when you're getting something for
yeah,
for that word. When you get something for free, man. I mean, you got to look, guys. This is a business, all right. Generally, they charge for this. They came on here for 6 months. The least that I'm asking my people to do is to contact them. Just contact them and ask questions. Ask it. You gotta have. You'll never know unless you ask. A closed mouth does not get fed. All right, they're here to feed you.
And I hope you've seen by now that we're not going to strong arm anybody. We're not going to try to convince you or pressure you or force you to do anything. We're just not like that. It's not in us to be that way. We genuinely want to help you. But, I got into this business because I initially thought I wanted to help my people, right?
Mm-hmm.
They won't let you help them.
Yeah.
That's why I start my very first conversation is the foundation is what is your focus? Mm-hmm. What is your mindset like? If you need help just with that, with breaking through like the barriers, the scarcity mindset, the lack mindset, like why do I wish that I could make, I don't know, 6 figures, but I don't. A lot of times it's what we see, what we perceive is what we're allowing ourselves to reach for. Do we really truly believe that abundance is for us? Do we really truly believe that wealth is for us? And John 10:10 says, came that you may have life and life more abundantly. We are called to be abundant. There's nothing wrong with being abundant. And if you don't want money for you and you're like, I'm good with just, whatever dollars a month, that's wonderful. Let God put millions of dollars through you so you can fund ministries and charities and give it away to other people. If that's what your heart is, there's still nothing wrong with you being wealthy and abundant so you could bless more people.
Right.
Just take advantage of these tools. Use them. Learn them so you could teach them to your children and your grandchildren and change generations. Maybe if you can't change it with money, at least give them generational wealth and wisdom.
That's right.
You can do that.
Mm-hmm.
We got to package these 6 weeks, package it into one complete continuous exercise. Mo, we got to staple them together, man. We got to put them all together.
Stitch them together. I'm sitting here quiet as a mouse, y'all. I'm sorry.
Mo.
Sorry, ladies. I'm just listening. I'm taking in a lot. You guys know what I'm going through, and I got some decisions to make. So I'm 110% on board with you guys' program. I just need to contact you. Like probably a lot of people out there. This is what goes on with my mind. It's new and it's great. Yeah. And you think about that. It's new and it's great. Think about those two things and think about the barriers in your mind that you put in your own mind for something like this. It's unbelievably good. It's unbelievably great. And what we need to do is have people like me and Greg, give them testimonies and show them. We need to show them, not just you guys, because you guys understand the whole program. Mm-hmm. And I believe 110% in this program myself, guys. If you're listening out there, make a move. I got to make a move because I had some things that have happened in my life. It's very, very, very important that you got your family taken care of. Like I said, it's a bunch of things. Like Rachel's asking the right questions. She's asking the awesome questions. And Rachel's, she's a motivator. She gets motivated in the tiniest thing. It don't take very much of Rachel to get motivated. It just a couple of matchsticks and some water or something. She goes.
And how did we end up here? We helped Gina.
Yeah.
Gina talks about that all the time.
Right. Definitely has a testimony.
That's how we got invited in, and she experienced it firsthand, the conversations and how we treat her and how we treat others and the value that we want to give and the genuine help that we want to provide. And she's like, you guys got to come on and help my people. You got to come on and help my friends and my family. And she invited us on, and we're so grateful and honored that we're here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, blessing is ours. Blessing is ours.
We talk about this all the time about helping one another, all the time. And again, sometimes things just stand in your face that, you just don't, you kind of like, and some people, things are standing right there in your face and saying, hey, look at me, I'm good. And, I don't know if it's come from failure or some crackheads out there selling stuff. This is not that, y'all. This is not that. I've tried similar plans, but again, like Miss Martha Washington was saying, you got to either have a bunch of money or, they want to sit you down in a class for 20 or 30 weeks and take $9,000 a month from you. They're taking the stuff that they're telling that they're going to give you. And it's not nothing wrong with paying for knowledge. We pay for it all the time when we go to school, when we go to college. This is basically the same thing, but to me, it's a fast track.
There's something that Greg's not going to like at all, but I'm sorry. When you hire us, we don't charge you anything.
That's
you implement these plans, and we don't charge a fee.
That's the
beauty. You know why? Because the companies that we represent pay us a commission, and we are transparent in showing you that. We have no problem. We're not about making money. We're making a living. But the beautiful part is that we don't have to charge you, because that's like, man, how much are they going to charge us to show us this stuff? And how many weeks are they going to drag us out? It's free.
It's free.
That's
we
the
don't
beauty.
charge anything. We don't, I can't think of a reason why you should do this. I really can't.
This is truly finances for the real world. The spending planner, I mean, it's relatable. It's something that everybody can understand when it comes to trying to become debt-free. All the different tools that we give you, it's something that is easily explained and broken down in a way that it makes sense, as opposed to other financial advisors. And it gets so convoluted and it's confusing. And that's what I experienced.
Yeah.
So and for me personally, this is why I fell in love with not only Sissy and her way of explaining it, but this industry. I have a whole different lens because it's real, it's touchable. It's something that we can actually make happen. And I say we because it's the Black and brown community. But there's just so much resistance. And I don't understand that. I think it's that, I don't know, the scarcity mentality. I don't know what it is. But the reality is it can be done. You just have to have a conversation. Just have a conversation. That's it.
That's it.
Closed mouths don't get what, Greg?
Don't get fed. Come on now. They do not get fed. Go ahead, Mom.
I mean, like I said, it befalls me to think of that. But again, you guys got my business without a doubt. If I don't do nothing else but do the hoorah, rah, 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 rah for you for a long time, because I believe in the system. Y'all hear me out there? I believe in the system, and I know without a doubt this is something we all need. It's something we're all going to need, and what it does, it helps us. I mean, we'll go out there and we'll spend the same damn money on the same damn pair of shoes, purses, or whatever, or suits, and won't even consider putting that money in a vehicle that'll help you and your family out. And this is a gigantic vehicle for us. It's for us, by us. I ain't gonna say what that means, but it's for us and by us. And what we need to do is get into this vehicle and roll, because this is a good thing, y'all. It's a real good thing.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man. I've always felt, since I've done, the things that I've done in my career, in my life, financially, I felt financially fit until 6 weeks ago. But I don't. Now I'm not saying that I'm financially. I'm a crackhead financially now. I'm saying that now I have the knowledge of where I'm at financially. I have the knowledge of how I got to where I'm at, and how I can get better from this point forward. People, I mean, and I'm always transparent. Yeah, I've done well, but the thing, I thought I did well.
You did.
What I'm saying is, Mark,
you said something really key. Is how did you get to where you are? Maybe our children can duplicate what we did.
Right.
You know what I mean? So this is a way for you to teach your children something that can be duplicatable from generation to
Without a
generation.
doubt. Without a doubt.
It doesn't take any talent. It doesn't take any, skill. They don't have to be a great athlete. They don't have to be a great actor. They don't have to be a great producer. They just have to be able to rub a few nickels together and say, I want to put them in here and let compound interest do what compound interest does.
Yes.
And just take advantage of these laws. Instead of letting laws hurt us, this is one that we could use to our advantage so that it could help us if we know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
I another deal, you think about college students. College, if you're in college right now, Lord bless you. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all gonna come out with a hickey on y'all financial is unbelievable. You got to, without a doubt, if I was in college and I had 4 years to think about what's going on right now, I'd be in this program right now and and praying on my future, because these kids that's in college right now, they got a big time debt. The ones that didn't get the full ride anyway. But again, this is college. This is a professor type deal without worrying about that grade at the end of the thing. Your grade is going to be success. It's going to be what you made of it. It's not going to be something that the professor said, hey, you got to do it this way. But there's going to be people that's going to guide you all the way to make sure you're successful. And then I'm showed you for the last 6 weeks what can make you successful. All you have to do is follow through. Period. That's
Gotta follow through. That's it.
That's
Rachel said you both have added, to close it out. She said you both have added value. It was simple and presented very well. I've sent someone your way that is a new insurance agent. I felt that you can guide her in the correct direction. Thank you for your time. This was enlightening and will help so many of us to build in our lifetime. I think we need to post that. Thank you, Rachel, for your support and
ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere.
Compliments that you gave the ladies. No. I've been thinking for the past 3 or 4 weeks about how we can.
We'll figure out a way to work together.
Get this done, okay? Because I want to package this, and right now is the for me it's the season of going from college to college, school to school, doing these talks. Mm-hmm. So I got a lot of work to do, but I got to find some way to fit you guys into that as well, because I think it's amazing that, and for me, I'm a hard guy. Okay, it's amazing to open my mind up, and because when my mind opens up, you better tell them. When my mind opens up, it's a whole different ball game.
I'm gonna tell you, it's not just opening his mind up, but to think about opening that purse up in his that back pocket. I told you out the first week he got nickels in there doing like this. Talk about some,
It's funny, man. Wow, but
I jest, but that's my boy. That's my boy.
Yeah, we family. All of us are family. But Atreeia, Martha, thank you guys for coming on every single damn week, giving us some sage advice, some nuggets that people should be able to take with them, some gems. I'm telling you, this has been so much of a blessing to not just the Dope Living crew, but to everybody that's been watching. You've been getting some great numbers too. Atreeia, is there anything you want to say?
I feel like it's coming to a close. This is the last of our weeks together until we discuss what the future looks like. But I can say that the time that we have spent together has been incredible. Crossing paths with you all, our new Dope Living TV family. Y'all have been awesome. So it's been a great time. It's been a great time. And I'm just looking forward to more opportunities to pour into us so we can help. That's what we're here to do. And that's what I'm hopeful that we can do. So
absolutely. You've done that, and there's a lot more to come. Martha? I know, I'm about to cry. I'm about to cry myself. Seriously. Hey, you playing, but I'm an emotional guy, okay? I'm tough. So emotions. Seriously.
You're gonna miss us, Greg. You're gonna miss us.
Oh, come on now. Yes.
No.
I'm not gonna miss it because this isn't it. This isn't over. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Martha. You want to say something, Martha?
I truly enjoyed being here and having the opportunity to serve you and help you and enlighten you. And again, I'm not here to tell you what to think, but to teach you to think. question things, research things. But once you see them, take action. Don't just let it be one more thing you learned and one more thing you saw, because knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is wisdom, and wisdom is power.
Come on, sis.
Okay, so don't let this be just one more thing that you're like, well, that was nice, and then you move on and you do nothing with it.
Right.
Action, take advantage of it. Because listen, the healthier and younger you are, again, the cheaper this stuff is. And life will life you. I have had more phone calls than I can count with people calling me after something happens. Can I get it now? I had a heart attack. Can I get it now? I got this diagnosis. Can I get it now? No, you got to get it while you're healthy. You got to qualify for this. Because, well, what's the catch? That's probably the only catch, is you do have to qualify. You have to be 100% super healthy, but you can't have like something really serious either. So the sooner you just look into it, the better it's going to be. Let us help you. And I hope you take us up on our offer.
Yes.
They will. Trust me. Mo.
It's been an enjoyment. I missed a couple of them, so I've been going back and just looking at the things that I missed. And again, this is real, family. This is very, very real. She said one thing that made my ears perk up just right here at this deal. Although the other 50,000 things she said before.
I know, right?
Do your due diligence, please. If you do your due diligence, you'll find out everything she said in here is 110. Family, get out there and do your thing, please.
We need to listen to each other sometime. You know, we if there's someone who has that knowledge or of something that can benefit you, and they're giving it to you for free, take it. You know, it's nothing wrong with acquiring more knowledge, whether you're 8 or whether you're 80. It's nothing wrong with acquiring more knowledge. And you know, if you got those great genes, and you may live to, as Martha, spoke earlier, to be that 100 years old, you got money that you can pass on now. You know, you have that, and they call it generational wealth. And you made that, and you can pass that on to your people, and so on and so on. I don't have any kids to teach, but my grown son, 30 years old, all right, he's listened to the shows. Him and I have discussions about this, and they've been great discussions, and we've learned to do things a little bit differently. He's learned to do something a little bit differently. And to my guy, my financial advisor, what up, though? Anyway.
Yeah.
He will come work with us.
Right?
No. No. I'm gonna keep him. Will sure said, what up, though? I didn't see that. What's going on, Will? What's going on, bro? Anyway, again, man, the links are available to you guys. You can reach out to Atreeia, 630-340-1004. You can reach out to Martha, 331-452-5781. Make sure you guys do this, okay? I'm gonna push it so that as many of you can get these benefits. If you don't know, you don't know. But if you have the opportunity, knowledge is power. If you have the opportunity to know, then hey, man, what are you waiting on?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hang around you if you. My father always said, "Don't leave no money on the table," okay? And I did exactly what my father told me not to do.
We know, Greg.
All right?
We know.
But I found it. I'm picking it up, man. Pick it up. I'm not leaving no more money on the table. I love you guys. I love you, Atreeia. I love you, Martha. Thank you for generously giving your time and your knowledge.
Love you.
Appreciate y'all a whole lot. Appreciate y'all, really.
Today is our Friday, so this is Dope Living TV Live, man. We'll see you guys next week with all new shows, and you might see a trio, Martha, pop on too. You never know. All right, but we got some. All right, this is Dope Living TV Live. We'll see you guys Monday. Peace out.